EIA యూనివర్సిటీలో జరిగిన కాంక్లేవ్ లో కాంగ్రెస్ అగ్రనేత చేసిన వ్యాఖ్యలపై తీవ్ర దుమారం రేగుతోంది. భారతదేశంలో ప్రజాస్వామ్యంపై దాడి జరుగుతోందని బీజేపీపై విమర్శలు గుప్పించారు. భారతదేశానికి ఇది అతిపెద్ద ప్రమాదకరమన్నారు. బహుళ మతాలు, జాతులు, సంప్రదాయాలు, ఆలోచనలతో కూడుకున్న దేశం భారతదేశమని, చైనాలో భారత్ ఉండదంటూ రాహుల్ వ్యాఖ్యానించారు.
Non-violent political action comes from deep within Indian tradition. Mahatma Gandhi was a modern exponent of China's strengths. They're different. So they're big systems, but they're different and they operate differently. India also has a very old tradition, spiritual tradition, and a thought system. Very profound and old ideas that are very useful in today's world. The idea of non-violent political action comes from deep within Indian tradition. Mahatma Gandhi was a modern exponent of that. So there's a lot that India can offer to the world in terms of our tradition, our way of thinking, information technology, our engineering capability, our healthcare system. So I'm very optimistic about India. But at the same time, there are also fault lines within the Indian structure. There are risks that India has to overcome.
Which are those risks that you see?
The single biggest risk is the attack on democracy that is taking place in India. Because India has multiple religions, multiple traditions, multiple languages, and India actually is a conversation between all its people. And different traditions, different religions, different ideas require space. And that the best method for creating that space is the democratic system. And currently there is a wholesale attack on the democratic system in India. So that's a risk. This other big risk is risk between different conceptions, different parts of the country, right? Some 16, 17 different languages, different religions. So allowing these different traditions to thrive, giving them space to express themselves is very important for a country like India. We can't do what China does, which is suppress people and run an authoritarian system. Our design just will not accept that.
Now move to another idea. I mean, from India, what's your view about a country like Colombia? I mean, you came here, there must be some reason for that, but what's the kind of view that you have from India to a country like Colombia in South America?
I mean, I've been here 2 days. It's quite fascinating. There's obviously a very dynamic political contest taking place, and the country seems to be quite polarized between different political ideas. I quite like what I see as the spirit of the Colombian people, which is quite resilient and relaxed. At least they don't seem aggressive, it seems, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems that they tend to deal with problems and take life as it comes, and that's quite a good way of thinking about it. I like the diversity here. I've never seen so many new fruits as I saw over the last 2 days, so yeah.
Talking about one of the things that you have said about how do you see humanity and politics in the world?
కొలంబియా EIA యూనివర్సిటీలో కాంక్లేవ్ లో భారత్ లో అవినీతి గురించి రాహుల్ గాంధీ ప్రస్తావించారు. భారతదేశంలో అవినీతి పెరిగిపోయిందని, 4 వ్యాపారవేత్తల చేతుల్లో భారత్ ఆర్థిక వ్యవస్థ ఉందన్నారు. ఆ 4 వ్యాపారవేత్తలకు ప్రధాని మోదీతో నేరుగా సంబంధాలున్నాయంటూ రాహుల్ ఆరోపించారు.
In Colombia, we have there a huge problem. 6% of our GDP, people say, or some people say, is related to corruption. How to deal with corruption? Technology, use of blockchain.
I think, at least in our experience, decentralization of power is an effective tool. In India, we have huge amounts of corruption now very, very centralized level. So, 3 or 4 businesses basically taking over the whole economy, having a relationship, direct relationship with the Prime Minister. So it's rampant in India. But I feel that decentralizing power, making things more transparent, bringing people into conversations, bringing people into processes is the best way forward. Corruption does exist, and it's a difficult thing to get rid of.
కొలంబియా EIA యూనివర్సిటీ కాంక్లేవ్ లో రాహుల్ గాంధీ చేసిన వ్యాఖ్యలపై బీజేపీ నేతలు మండిపడుతున్నారు. విదేశాల్లో భారతదేశ పరువును తీస్తున్నారంటూ బీజేపీ ఎంపీ కంగనా రనౌత్ మండిపడ్డారు. అప్రతిష్ట పాలు చేయడానికి రాహుల్ కంకణం కట్టుకున్నారని ఆగ్రహం వ్యక్తం చేశారు. భారతీయులను బుద్ధిహీనులుగా చూపించే ప్రయత్నం చేశారని, రాహుల్ వ్యాఖ్యల పట్ల భారతదేశ ప్రజలు సిగ్గుపడుతున్నారని కంగనా రనౌత్ విమర్శలు గుప్పించారు.
ये जानते हैं सब कि वो देश को हर जगह बदनाम करने का, देश की निंदा करने के लिए, देश की आलोचना, मैं ये सरकार की नहीं कह रही, देश की निंदा। अगर वो कह रहे हैं कि लोग यहाँ पे झगड़ालू हैं, लोग यहाँ पे जो हैं वो ईमानदार नहीं हैं, कि लोग हैं वो उनको पता नहीं है अपने हमारे लिए क्या अच्छा, वो वोट जो देते हैं उनका दिमाग काम नहीं करता, तो इसलिए जो है किसी और को आके यहाँ पे डेमोक्रेसी बचानी चाहिए, ये सब बातों से वो ये दिखाते हैं कि भारत के लोग जो हैं वो बुद्धिहीन है, वो यही कहना चाहते हैं ना। तो खैर दैट्स व्हाई आई कॉल हिम अ डिस्ग्रेस। वो जो है देश को शर्मिंदा करते हैं हमेशा, और देश भी उनसे शर्मिंदा है, तो इससे बड़ा मैं और क्या कह सकती हूँ।